Take me off the screen.
Oh yeah. Okay. Are we live? Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
we're live.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we may not be over there yet, but we are. We are here.
I haven't gotten a notification yet.
Okie dokie.
There it is. I got it.
Wow, that wasn't bad.
No, for me, it was fast. Faster than the mail.
I'm looking at my water. I'm thirsty.
Hello, Sharon. Sorry. Hey, Patricia. Rosemary stepped away for a quick second. Hey, Giovanna.
Yeah, I forgot to bring my water. I've been thirsty all day long.
Hey, Elaine. Candy.
The troops.
Hey, Christina. Tamar, Darlene, Carla. Popo ways back. Elizabeth. Man, they are flocking in.
I guess.
Carla. Hey, Brenda. It's like when they open the doors at the concert. You've been standing out there waiting and waiting. Hey, Joggles.
I got to see if I can pull myself up here. Hold on. Where's my channel? There's my channel. Okay. Okay, I'm watching over here. I'm going to see if I can do the duo one. Oh, I can't do the duo one. I get myself confused.
Uh-oh.
You know, if I watch YouTube,
Oh, yeah.
I really confuse myself.
I can't watch YouTube and reply to you because otherwise, or if somebody asks a question, of course you're
Right.
already past it, but if I reply to what I watch you do on YouTube, then it makes absolutely no sense.
I know. So, yeah.
Elaine, she is laying at my feet. She is sleeping. She's still kind of groggy. He told me to keep her calm for 10 to 14 days. Now, how I'm going to do that, I don't know. But she's doing well. Thank you.
You're going to have to sit on her.
Yeah. No, she's covered up and she has a pillow and she has a pallet and I have a pallet on the floor next to her. So when I go to sleep tonight, I can sleep on a pallet next to her.
Aw.
Hey, Jennifer Jane.
Hey, Jennifer. Hello, everybody. Now I can
Hi,
see.
Lisa.
Puppy downers. It will definitely take that.
Oh no, Sharon. This is Sophie. She was spayed today, but it was a little more advanced because the doctor said she was ready to go into heat. So, but she's good. She's good. It's enough about my puppy problems here. Anybody need a mold press?
Oh.
Johnny's in the house with mold presses.
She's always trying to sell something, isn't she? It doesn't matter where she is, what it is.
Girls on top of it.
But she's a hustler, boy. She knows
Yes.
how to do it.
Hey, I won a bag today
Of?
in her deal.
Really?
Yes, and I won the big one. I needed one for my laptop.
How
Carry back and forth to
exciting.
work. So yeah, yay.
Yay.
Our luck has been with us.
Yeah, because Betty won something at Carla Cagefish drawing the other day.
Well, excuse me.
Her and Jacques Strap and
What?
L.I. and yeah, Carla made the mistake of putting on her video, she put international giveaway.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we pulled them all in.
Yeah. Notice, yeah. You notice when I give giveaways, I don't tell anybody anything. We're just there.
Hey, Mary, it's
Hi,
Popo.
darling.
That's Popo, Mary.
All right. Door time.
Oh, she's eating. Johnny's eating.
He's always eating.
That didn't stop her from typing. Okay, ladies. Some of you have your kits, some of you don't. Some of you ordered later, some of you ordered earlier. Boy, that was deep, right?
And probably the ones that ordered later probably already got theirs.
Oh my goodness, it's too funny. So, so we're obviously, we're going to work on the kit today, but keeping in mind that the people that bought later, haven't received theirs. So, but usually you guys don't work with me anyway. You do it later, so I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for you guys. That's
Lisa,
the way it goes.
Lisa got hers.
Yay!
And Christina said you should see the lion door knockers she found.
Uh-oh, hello.
You need to mold them, Christina. Get with Johnny.
Yeah, get with Johnny. Mold them up. I had this one I tore apart.
Elizabeth got hers today.
I was going to do something with this. I forget what I was going to do, but so I tore it apart. That's about all I have. Oh, before we get into this, let other people get in. I was dyeing today with my new tea that I was doing my eco printing. And these are the colors that came out. Now, this is the same dye bath, but it comes out different colors depending on, what I'm dyeing. This, you obviously know, this is the seam binding. This was just some plain old regular, paper. I don't even know where it came from, but super, super thin. This is just a little piece of, I don't even know what you would call that. But anyway, it's fuzzy wuzzy and it's cool. And then this is how it came out with the leaves. And this is, of course, a manila folder. So the absorption is yet a different color. So it's going to come out pretty cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I may just be putting, not a Kaboodle kit, but just a kit with some of the papers and a few little things that I dye with it. And it will just be a butterfly pea sample kit or whatever we're going to call it. But that's what I use, that tea. And I think it came out pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Awesome. A lot of people came in. Let's see. We got Janine came in. Nana Muggs came in.
Hello.
Somebody else I saw. Oh, Ann came in. Hello, Ann. All right.
Johnny again.
Mary wants to know what tea.
This is butterfly pea.
Hey, Jamie. Butterfly pea tea.
Yeah, it's a flower. The butterfly.
Pea
The
tea.
butterfly. Yeah.
Pea.
Yeah, tea.
Butterfly pea.
Yeah.
The butterfly pea is blue.
Let me show you it. It depends.
Carla.
Was it actually pink?
Depending on the amount per water per
Butterflies pea. So
butterflies. It's not the P of a butterfly. It's a PEA, not a PEE. So
okay.
yeah. So so depending on how much you use and how much, the ratio of the flowers. Here's the flowers is what they look like. These are dried, obviously, because these are ready to make tea with.
Very what?
And so anyway, that's what it is. I don't know what it looks like when it's not all dried up and ready to seep. It's, it looks like a flower, I guess. I have no idea. But again, based on your ratio, it can go anywhere from something like this to almost an indigo color, like that, like the pea itself. I mean the flower itself. So and
Gorgeous.
then when I did the eco printing, I put in some rusty bits, so that even changes the color, you know, a little bit. It mutes it, you know, as opposed to being a bright color. So you play, you know, I'm going to play with it and get some different colors out of it. And I think I'm going to like it no matter how it comes out. It has a pretty tone to it. So I don't think there'll be a loser. So I'll be putting some stuff together.
It almost looks like, hang on. Whoa, almost showed my face. Whoa. It almost looks like a, what do you call it? An orchid.
An orchid? Well,
Can you see me down there?
it's in the sweet pea family. So,
Yeah,
so
if
it,
you look
you know,
down
whatever a sweet pea looks like, I even forget what those look like. They're kind of delicate looking, right?
yeah, do you have StreamYards up?
No. Oh, wait. Not yet, because I haven't really started doing anything. I've got YouTube looking at that right now.
Oh.
Why? What are you doing?
Oh.
Oh, how cool. Let me put it up. Okay.
Okay.
How do I add you? I already forget how to do everything.
Click down there on 2.
There we go. Okay, so that's what the flower looks like before it gets all sucked up and dry.
Gorgeous.
Very
Yeah.
cool. It does look like an orchid.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so that's what makes that color.
I have to charge extra for visuals, okay? Just letting you know.
I expect no less.
Okay, take me down.
Okie dokie. All right, there we go. Let me get back to YouTube so I can see what people are saying. Whoa.
Oh.
Live chat. Yay. Okay, here we go. All right.
No, Rosemary didn't grow those flowers. She bought those.
Oh no, I bought them already dried up and everything. I only grow certain things, and then that's it. I know my limitations. I need to get one thing I have outside before it blows away. One of the papers I just dyed.
Okay.
I had this outside drying up. This is another one of the prints. All the rest are still wet, but I threw this outside so we could see kind of the color that it came out. I don't know if it's showing up too well or not.
Can you drink it?
Yeah, it's made for drinking.
Okay. Will it turn your teeth blue?
Why don't you let us know?
Yeah, no.
Next week, smile at the camera and let us know.
Eileen said they sell butterfly PT on Amazon. Hey, Carla Frizzell, how are you? Hey, Luz.
Tell her I was going to watch her thing last night.
Wow.
Okay, so what I did with this was play with a lot of cardboard. So I had mentioned way back when to start, you know, harvesting some pieces of cardboard, because that's pretty much what this whole thing is cardboard with a few little, you know, few other things thrown in. So that's what I did, was running around. Oh, I was putting stuff in the trash, because our trash goes out tonight because it gets picked up early in the morning. And I go, wait a minute, I need that box. What am I doing throwing that away? I need to.
You should see Johnny's trash. She let me see it today, and it is so full of cut up, tore up molds and pieces. Hello, Ann.
Hey, at least you tried, you know.
She finally got her husband to get the shell out.
I thought he did that yesterday.
No, he got the original shell out when she made the mold. Then she put whatever she put. I think, I don't know if she put
Oh,
clay or if she put that stuff, that wood putty in there or whatever. But he
oh my.
got it out without messing up her mold. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
Well, that's a winner right there. So
yeah, not enough.
that's too funny. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where to begin. I guess just start gluing, because that's what I did. That's how I started. I got pieces of cardboard and started gluing, and that was pretty much it. So let's go and select. Okay, let's overview in case we forgot how this goes together. Just a real quick flip through. Cardboard, cardboard, cardboard,
Hey, Valerie.
leftover stuff from, the other kits that we've had. I used quite a bit leftover papers that we had already, when we did the grunge stuff for the industrial, I had some of that stuff left over. So I used some of that. More cardboard, file folder, cardboard. Oh no, that's a book cover, cardboard, cardboard, leftovers, cardboard, book cover, leftover from the Renaissance one, the leather looking stuff, cardboard, paper, cardboard, file folder, cardboard, book cover, and more cardboard, another piece of cardboard.
Now, see, if I was keeping my mold, I would have a lot of cardboard because they came in dual boxes. Every one of them. It was 3
Oh,
boxes.
really?
Yeah.
Now, if you guys remember, I had this little, where's the cover of it? I don't know what I did with it. I took it out, bottom line. Remember, I had put a folder back in here, and I didn't like, I put a, not a folder, what am I talking about? A, hello, signature back here. And I didn't like how it was sitting in there. So I just basically ripped it out, took it out, unsewed it. I was a little more gentle. I really didn't rip it. I just took it. I gently took it out.
Hey, Janet.
And then we'll figure out something else to do with it in here somehow. So I don't think I would do that again. If I did it again, I would put it here in the center, where when I opened it, oh, here's the front part. I got parts of it everywhere. I'll explain why, and then you guys can decide what you want to do. I had originally put it back here. Well, you can see how high this is. So you really couldn't like open and write on it. It had to be in an angle, or you'd have to prop this end up. But if you put it in the center, it makes more sense because the actual book itself, will hold it up and you'd be able to work in it. So that's the advantage of me, making one before we do it together, because I can kind of see where the boo-boos are and we can make adjustments. So if you wanted to put some kind of a little signature where you could write or draw or whatever it is you do in your journals, I would suggest you put it in the center. That would be the only change. Okay, so as you can see, it's just cardboard after cardboard after cardboard with a few small book covers that we put in there, just, add a little character to it. And then I just use little pieces of paper or fabric to put it together. And so that's what we'll do. So first things first, we've got to decide what we're going to use in our pile of papers to put into the actual journal. This will probably be one of my fronts and my backs. And then let me find where my doors are. I got some printouts here, leftovers from when I did that one.
And your spine fabric?
Yeah, the spine, hold on one second. The spine was this piece of fabric that was in the kit. That's what I used for the spine.
I don't think I got fabric in my kit.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay.
Don't start.
My life has been such a downhill slide. I haven't even got to open it. It's
You haven't opened it. That's why you can't say what you did or didn't get.
oh, okay.
Yeah. And then these are some more leftovers from when I made the original one. Okay, so let's see if there's any leftovers. I want to start off with. Like here's some. Here's the one that I did the transfer with, and you can use any of these to do a transfer. Where's the one I did? Let me show you in case you guys are just got here and haven't seen it. This is a transfer, and I used this one to put the transfer on the fabric. You can put it on paper, you can put it on whatever you want, just a plain old piece of cardboard if you want. We did all those transfers when we did Frida's. So if you've been here from the beginning, you learned how to do that already when we did the Frida journal. Okay, so let's go back to what we've got here and what we want to put on the page.
Is there pickle bags come in the kit with the little door things?
No.
Okay, Anne, you wouldn't supposed to have a pickle bag. Anne started that, not me.
Yeah, no pickle bag in this one. Pickle bag was in the industrial. Oh, I like this one for some reason. It's one of my favorite ones. That's the cover on which one? On the other one. That's what I use on the cover on this. Now this is just cardboard also. This cover. And all I did was I just literally glued it on. I used some of my jelly prints to put on top of the cardboard, and then I put that print out on there. So that was real simple too, just gluing. Just gluing. All right, so those are just a lot of little pieces. I don't have like full doors. Oh, there's a full door. Okay. I'll use these. And so let's go ahead and just start off doing one just to show you how I did. I don't think I have the print out to this one. Let me see if I have the print out to that one.
I don't know if
Sharon said she loves the blue-green background with that door.
The blue-green background with the door. Is it this one she's talking about?
Could be. I see so many doors. I feel like I'm in
a concert. Which one? They're also colorful. All right, let me see if I have that one. I should have it. Okay, there it is. I thought I had it. I just had to look better, harder. All right, so we'll do that one first.
Oh, there's Peggy. You're not late to class. She's just starting, Peggy. So take
Yeah,
hang up your jacket.
we were busy chit-chatting.
Okay, so only Carla got my joke. Good job, Carla.
All right, so I'm just going to glue this down. Let me get... I don't know what all the dogs are all excited about. They're all barking outside.
It's the mailman bringing your second mold press.
Oh no, it might be. Okay, so I'm going to center this as much as possible. So I can create an illusion. Okay, so what I did with this one to create this shape, if I'll mark it out so you can see it. What I did is at this section of these pillars right here, I cut across there, which creates this right here. And then I cut out, I'll put it a little bit further out from where I'm going to cut.
It is candy, but it's not corrugated. It's like chipboard.
And so then I'll cut it out this way, which creates this arch here. And then we're going to paint with some paint just to kind of blend this all into this and create this little door. All right. So that's how this begins. So let's cut.
So you're going to have something behind each door? Like a surprise?
No, maybe eventually, but I didn't in this one because, you know, like it was just an example, but it'd be super fun if we did that.
Yeah, like a creepy person.
Well, no, I wasn't going to say creepy stuff.
Yeah, creepy.
All right, so now we're going to cut along here. So that's the rough cut right there.
Did you get those out of your cases of wine? Those pieces of chipboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Is that chipboard or cardboard? It's hard to tell from here.
I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't know what you call this. I honestly don't know.
Yay, candy, me too.
Scavenger hunt.
Okay, now we'll straighten this out a little bit. I want to have a little bit of it stick up. Okay, so that's how this begins. And now we'll just get some paints and try to blend in. So I will get a couple of different creams and beiges and stuff that I have, and then we'll work on that. Let's see. I know I have some. Where are they?
I think that glue you used made your door shrink.
What's that?
I think the glue you used made your door shrink.
Probably. That's possible. Okay,
That's a good idea, Lisa. I need to do that.
I use those. And what are the colors I use? Oh. Okay, so just whatever, creams and brownies in there, and I'll get a little bit of some gesso if you have any. If you don't, just some white, doesn't matter. And then I used my fingers.
Oh no.
Yeah. So you can use a brush if you want, but
Probably won't look as good.
I like to use all right, so I'll put that down first. And the reason I like to use the finger is because I'm blending it as I'm putting it down, and you really can't do that. At least I can't do that with a brush. So I'm just showing you how I do it, but obviously, whatever you enjoy, however you like to do it.
A true artist.
I know a lot of people don't like to get their hands all messy,
That would be me.
but
I don't know what it is.
Got a lot of alcoholics up in here.
well, it's good.
Carla's in Minnesota. She ain't in Australia. Peggy likes using her fingers for paint and glue. Paint and glue. Paint, not ink.
Fun. It's fun. How else can you have fun? It's just like finger painting.
Yeah. And you don't have brush strokes.
Or playing in the mud when you're not supposed to. When you were a kid, at least for me, my mom was one of those moms that had this illusion of what having a daughter was about, like when you're young. And I guess in her mind, the little girl wasn't supposed to get all dirty. And that's all I ever wanted to do. I wanted to get dirty all the time. And she was having like a freak attack. Like, oh no, you can't get dirty. I just put on the blah, blah, blah. I said, well, in my mind as a kid, I'm going, well, why do you keep putting that stuff on me? I can't get dirty when you put that stuff on me.
No dresses, please.
Don't put that stuff on me and we'll be okay. All right, so now we'll put a little bit darker now. And because then we'll put this to have this color underneath, and then that way we can come back with some lighter ones to really blend it all together.
And if you don't like getting paint on your fingers, Johnny has 12,000 finger cuts.
Poor Johnny. She's got one of everything, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Whether she wants it or not, she's got it.
Oh, I see what you did now. I thought you just had made a littler door.
No, it's exact same thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. See how the illusion is starting to be formed?
Right before my eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
I like it.
And it's real easy to, blend it in and create that illusion. All you do is, find 2 or 3 of the colors that's in your picture, whichever door you choose, and it'll work every time.
Wow, you had 67 people watching you finger paint.
Wow. My dream come true. All I gotta do is go outside and get some mud, and I'm a happy girl. Okay, so we're getting there. And if you, I'm liking the way it is going, but if for some reason, it might be too late for up here, but if for some reason, well, yeah, it's too late now. But if you go over and you don't like it before it completely dries, you can wipe some stuff away. But I'm happy with the way it is. I'm not worried about it. Okay, now, so we have a little different colors. Is this the same? No, it's a little different.
Peggy wants her coffee table that color.
Oh, that would be cool.
And I heard Johnny offering people to get their if they would buy the white purse she had for sale today to be pre-rusted.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Lucy. So if you start getting all these purses in the mail,
Right.
they're going to expect you to just throw it in the cauldron with yours.
Okay, so now I'm going to kind of outline it a little bit to give it a little definition. So whatever colors you choose, get the darkest one that you chose. And I'm not going all the way to the bottom because I'm going to cut that off. It's a little too long. That's why I didn't finish, all the way. And to create the illusion, put that around this top also, so it becomes one piece. And plus it gives it a finished edge. Oh, my nose is itchy. Yesterday, today, I had an allergy so bad. We trimmed some privets that we had. Oh my gosh.
What is a privet?
It's an evergreen bush. Yeah. has small leaves, but it grows really fast. Some parts of certain states, they'll pay you not to plant them. They're very invasive. You know, the little seed floats around and then boom, there's a bush.
Did you get it from China?
No, no, it didn't come in the mail.
Peggy said a hedge.
Yeah, most people trim into a hedge. We let them grow into trees. But it keeps growing from the bottom, so I have to keep cutting them so that it maintains the tree effect.
Like a boxwood.
Yeah, exactly. It's like those.
Oh, I have those going all the way down our sidewalk.
Well, so you know how they grow crazy. You can't stop them. They just keep growing and growing.
I'm scared something's going to jump out of there at me or something.
Okay, I think I need a little bit more right there. Okay, and then the last thing I would do is now I go back with the lightest one and just touch up here and there on the outside like I did on here. Now that you know what I did, you can see the pieces. Whereas before you probably couldn't notice what I was doing, but I do have some little spots here where I highlighted with the light. So we're going to do that right now. You can do it with the lightest color, or you can do it with, if you're using your gesso, you can do it with the gesso. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's light enough. The lid look a little darker. So we'll just, and this is just like when, you know, like the light is hitting it, you know, and it gives it a little more dimension. That's all.
Do you have lizards in your rivet or your trivet? What'd you call it? A pither?
Tither here or there? No, I do not. Why? Why do you ask?
Anne was asking, do you have those little lizards?
Not around here. We don't have
a privet. Sorry.
Yeah. No, we don't have lizards here. I hardly ever see lizards here.
Oh, man, we have lizards.
Nah.
Ugh.
We have them. I don't ever see them. That's for sure.
Oh, I put on my shoe one morning and there was a lizard in it.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Well, my shoe was sitting right over by the doggy door, so it's no telling what's in that doggy door.
Okay. That was easy enough, right, guys? And so this technique was done with this door. This is the print out right here, and then I blended everything together to try and make it look like it's, you know, like the plaster kind of was all one piece. This one I did on the sides, so there wasn't a lot to do. I did this dark right here to blend this in, and did all the sides to have that blend in together. This I just kept simple, you know. I just did a white around it because I wanted to leave places where things could still be glued in or written on. This was just had a lot of blue around the edge, so to kind of make it just disappear, I just put some blue paint all around it.
Oh, I like that one. Darlene said it looks great, and Peggy says you would never even know it was a digital print.
Cool. And this one here, try to blend this in a little bit. If you could go a step further and bring in the red here on the side, and you know, extend the steps a little bit. There's a lot of things you can do. Here I extended all the blue. See how this one with this printout looks like? And then I extended it off some colors off to the side. And then I tried to make an illusion like this was a doorway that leads into maybe some a canal where there'd be a boat waiting for you to go into.
In Venice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's how you can fix that one up.
That's my favorite one.
Oh, thank you. This one here. Whoops. This one here I brought in, I extended over. Let me see if I can find this one real quick. It's easier if you see the original right next to it. Okay, so see how the blue only goes to right here and the red only goes to right here. So I extended those colors to make it look like it's part of the wall, and then just brought some blue down here to, you know, have it grounded a little bit more. This one I just kept it super simple. I just brought in the orange. That's all I did. I didn't do really anything to that one. Where's that? I know I have it. Oh, here it is. So this one, I really didn't do anything except put the background of this orange right here.
But you made a little welcome mat.
And I put a little welcome mat. It's Aladdin's little, he's going to take off soon. And on this one, oh, I think that was just something else I had. I don't think that was in the, maybe it is in the print. I don't remember if that was in the print or not. But anyway, it was just kind of dark and, you know, moody. So I just put some more moodiness down on the bottom. And where's this one? This one is this. And so I just brought in some of those colors and brought it all the way down. And then put one of the latches that's in the printouts. And this one, I again try to bring out some of the colors so it looks like it's inside there. I just put a little piece of my Cantha quilt. And then what I think what I like about doing some of the cutaways is it really brings attention to the architecture if you cut stuff away from it, as opposed to just leaving it square the way the printout is.
Fussy cutting.
Not so hard if you glue it first, because then you're just cutting around the cardboard and it's pretty sturdy. So that's how I approached doing all the doors that I put on the cardboard and painted. And that's pretty much how I did every single one of them. I got a piece of cardboard, glued it down, and then pulled out 2 or 3 of the main colors that is on that printout. Oh, I forgot about this one. And this one is, and just go for it.
Lisa loves your doors. Hey, Kristen.
Thank you. And see how big this door looks, but look how narrow it really is. But see, when you're extending those colors out, it looks so much bigger.
Wow.
Did I miss any other one? I think that's it. I think that was it. And on this one, I didn't do anything. I just glued it on the cardboard and cut it out because I liked how it looked against the red book cover.
Yep.
So I think this is the only one I didn't do that technique to. All the rest I did. But I thought, oh no, I like it against that red.
Looks good.
Oh, and this one I didn't do anything to this one either. I just cut it out and glued it on with a little piece of fabric.
Yeah, I like the small one in there.
Yeah.
And so, did you include any of the doors of Dublin?
The doors of Dublin? I have no idea. I don't know one door from another. These doors were in the kit. If you can identify a Dublin door, hey. Oh yeah, there's that one. It is in the kit. I couldn't remember. I forgot.
Hey, wouldn't that be a double door, a Dublin door?
Well, then this is a Dublin door, and so is this. They're all Dublin doors. She's asking a trick question.
She downloaded her own Dublin doors.
Oh, okay. Her old dang Dublin doors. Okay, don't start swearing with us, Ann. Just because, you wanted those dang Dublin doors.
She said that Dublin is famous for its doors.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's good to know. I had no idea.
You have to check into that.
All right, so what was the length of this that I did? This one ended up being, let's just put in. I'll mark it. Just so we can see it finished.
Peggy said Dublin doors are painted very bright colors.
And do you know why? I do. Now that you said that, I just read something. I know exactly why.
Because they're magically delicious. Oh,
Nope.
Married an off-the-boat Irishman. That's why she knows.
Huh?
Peggy married an off-the-boat Irishman, so she knows.
Oh, but does she know why? Does he know why?
So when the drunk husband comes home, he knows which door is his.
Nope.
APG Jamie said.
Nope. Saying it don't make it so. Let me see. Where is that? I had that.
Jamie said
it's kind of funny. Where did I? Because it was funny. I was just looking at stuff and I printed this out the other day. And I don't know if I included it here in the ones that I printed out. Let me look real quick.
Oh, APG said that was the story they told them when they were in Dublin.
Nope. They tell tourists anything. You wouldn't believe the stuff that Hawaiians tell tourists. And then they laugh at them when they leave and they repeat what they tell them. None of it's true. And they go home and they tell these things. And I'm going, oh my gosh, why do you tell them those things?
So it's not really spam.
I can't find it now. I must have not printed it. But anyway, I can't remember who was in charge in England at the time. I'm not really good at history, so maybe somebody can fill in the blanks. But there was somebody in charge in England. This is, way back when. And when someone would die of royalty, the English custom, which was embraced in Ireland because of them being under their thumb at the time, was to hang a black, like normal people think of, a black wreath, and they were supposed to paint a portion of the door black. During this period of time, there was obviously political and religious conflicts going on. And to show that they were trying to rebel against England and whoever was in charge at the time, I don't remember which queen it was, they would paint their door a bright color as an act of rebellion against England. And so they wanted to make sure that everybody knew their political persuasion and which way they were leaning, and it was their form of rebellion. And then eventually, of course, you know, things, their real reasons and you know, other reasons take their place. But anyway, it was an act of political and religious rebellion at the time.
It was Queen Victoria.
Was it? Okay.
That's what Jamie said. I know in back in the biblical days, it was for protection. You would paint it like put the blood of the lamb, the red for
Oh, it
protection.
was for yeah, Passover. So you know how to do this now, guys. There's no excuse. Look. Ta-da! Okay, so what else do we need to do? Because everything is this. This whole book is that. With different colors of paint. You didn't know it was going to be that simple, did you? It looked complicated. That's what all these are. So I have 1, 2, basically 3. So there's just 3 pages here in this signature, and the same here. Oops. And then just a little piece of that fabric back there. So what else should we do?
Lisa said, "Do some more. It's fun to watch."
Oh, okay.
And Peggy said, "When do we need to turn our homework in?" Elaine says, "Show us the white one, please."
The white
and
one.
Darlene said, "How do you attach the door to the front cover?"
All right, what I did, and you can do it with the fabric, you can do it with anything. We'll do that. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. That's a good question. So let's get one of these covers. And let me cover it up with something. Some kind of papers that we got. Oh, we can do this later too. Make our crackle stuff. Let's do the crackle background. We'll put this on here. Will this fit? Will it go all the way around? Maybe not. Looks like it's too close. Maybe if I make the covers more narrow. Oh, let's see if we can use a book. Let's see if we have a book that'll fit. I was going to use this as the cover, but let's see if I have a... Okay, yes, let's do this then. That'll save figuring out how to do what. Oh, and I have to put the doorknob. Hello. I haven't put the doorknob yet. What's going on with you guys? Okay, so on this one, we had more of a red background, so I kind of picked the red knob. This is, I don't know how it's coming across, but it's almost like a plum purplish color. I don't know if it's coming around as brown, but it's more on the purple side. So this one would look cool, and this one would look cool. What do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think?
So Peggy told Darlene, "The teacher liked your question. Take a seat at the front of the class." Hey, Miranda.
Let's cut both out and see which one ends up looking the best. That's the only way we'll know.
Blue.
And I'll cut it down because that's way too big, but I'll cut it down. That looks kind of cool.
So the book covers. Candy said, "What goes on the book covers?"
Well, that's what some of these are. This right here. Oops, that isn't. Watch out. Here we go. Let me find them. Let me find. Like this right here. This is a book cover. This red one, and I glued this on there. I put the print out on. I glued it down on a piece of cardboard, and then I just glued it on to the cover. This one right here is the other side of that same book. I left this side just kind of empty, and I glued all of these doorbells and stuff on this side. And I'm just basically using it as a place to glue stuff down and add some character because of the thickness and the size and the color is all different. This one is a book cover, and I just glued this one down on here. And so, oh, is this a book? No, these are just cardboard. So what I'm going to do with this book cover, we'll put it on, we'll eventually incorporate this into being maybe the front cover. Maybe, probably. So, the doorknob. What do you guys think?
Blue.
Blue?
I don't know. That's what Lisa said earlier, so I was repeating it.
Oh, well, neither one of these are blue. So what? She wants a different one?
No.
It may come across blue. This one is purple.
She said blue again, so it must mean something. That's code word. Blue.
The long one.
Oh, Candy said blue too.
It looks
Oh
blue.
my gosh. Okay, well, blue means nothing to me because neither one of those is blue.
The first one.
Well, hello, which is the first one? This one?
The one on the right.
That one?
Smaller of two.
This one?
One moment while lag catches up. Blue oval.
Okay, purple oval. Thank you.
Lisa said yes. Candy said long one.
Okie dokie. We'll do it. You guys are the boss.
It's hard with a 30-second lag.
Yeah. All right. So to make it blend in, what I did with this one is I tore it and it helped blend it in better. So we'll do that with this one. So that's how that would go. So let me glue that. Trying to see where it fits better. I have to look at my monitor and see which way it looks better. I think maybe like that. All right.
Do you have the key for that doorknob, Peggy said?
No, I'll just have to remember not to lock it. Okay, so now what I need to do, because I remember I cut this off. So now I have to do to the end of this what I did to these, so it can look finished. Because see, it looks kind of weird because it's not finished on the bottom. So I'm going to do that right now.
Hey, Nicole. Nicole loves your door journal.
Thank you. I had fun making it. Okay. And if it's a little, if the if what you put on there is really, really contrasting, you could always come back with a little bit of this paint and kind of blend it in, but I think it's okay. I might be overkill if I try to blend it anymore. Okay, so next. So what I'll do is I'll get a little piece of this fabric. And let's see how long this was. So this, what I did was about that long.
So Fibber's wife says, hi, checking in. I just want to say I love this journal. Please tell me this video will be posted on YouTube for people like me who forgot to tune in on time.
Most definitely. Most definitely. All right, so now you can use whatever, method you want to use. I used on this one, I put some brads on here to connect it to this, and then I just glued it on there. A lot of people don't have the ability to work with the, not brads, eyelets. So we won't do that. If you have the machine, you already know how to use it. So you can go ahead and do that. If you don't, we'll show the alternative of what we can do. All right, so I need some glue. We need some glue. Okay, we'll put some glue here. Oh, I don't have the back finished yet. Will it be hard to do it then? Maybe not. We'll go ahead and do it. No biggie. Let that dry a little bit. All right, so now we're just going to bend this back. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put the glue on this side right here, so that when we flip it over, it's going to glue on to the door, I mean the book cover, and then
Tori.
that creates the hinge right there for whatever, however you're going to finish here and here. Now, if you want your hinges to be on top of whatever you're going to do here, you'll finish this off first. If you want what you're going to put on here on top of your hinge, well, then this would be the time to connect your hinges. So let's go ahead and do that. And what I would suggest is where you, when you have a little bit showing, I would say 1/4 of an inch of a flap here, because you want room for this to bend and open and flop over and not be sticking up in the air. You want it to lay flat. So once you determine where that's going to be, your glue that you're going to put, you want to put close, but not past your door. You want it close to the edge of the door, but not past the door. And same here, give yourself about 1/4 of an inch to go over. Put your glue. And you can use double-sided tape, you know, whatever you have, whatever you want to use. And then hope everything lines up. There you've got your little quarter. Okay, so you're good right there. And if you're off a little bit, if you want to scoot it over while it's still wet, scoot it over. Bring it back where you're showing that 1/4 of an inch or so. And then hope it all works.
It always works.
And then don't play with it like I am right now. Let it dry. And see, that little 1/4 of an inch lets it lay down. If you had it glued all the way to the edge, it'd be like lifting up like that. So that little gap that you leave, that you don't glue down, makes all the difference of how this lays down once it's dry. Keep that in mind. Or else you're going to have a protruding door when you open it. All right. So that's how you would do that. Next. Okay, now I can tell you the mistake I did right now. The way I like to use doors, I should have done it this way so that this is sticking out, because I like looking at all the salvage of everything. This way, when I go and bind it, this is probably going to get covered up. And, you know, I don't like that. So, so there. I'll end up gluing something on there anyway, so it's not too bad. So really look at the positioning and how you want it to lay out, which I failed to do because I like this sticking out on my journal. So I need to let that just dry while this cover dries a little bit. Let me see if I have my thing hooked up. Oh, it is. Watch out. Noise time. All right. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, plan B. You got that one. We're lucky if it's only going to be plan B. We could have multiple plans. So, you know, when you do something and you don't like it, don't be afraid. Just yak the thing up. That's what paint and paper is for. And glue. Cover up our messes. See, the more messes we have, those are just excuses to be creative. Yay! Okay, here we go. I like it. See how much better that looks? At least to my eye. I love all that. All the salvage. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, black gesso. Exactly, Anne. They are our friend. Excuse me.
Hey, Vicky. Peggy says she has a plan F equals failed again. That's not true. Wait till Peggy posts her door book. Just wait.
I know. She doesn't get any of my sympathy, that's for sure. I'm just jealous of her stuff. It's always cool. Well, I shouldn't say jealous. She's inspirational, right? She's got cool stuff. All right, so there we go. That's how we do our doors.
Awesome.
And that's that. Okay, what else? What else are we going to do? We're just going to do our doors? Is that what we're doing, or what are we doing?
Well, yeah, could you give us different ideas? I guess, so since you're using a lot of cardboard pieces,
yes.
How are you putting them in your book?
Cloth material.
What do you mean?
So
okay, like this, you saw how we did this one. It's just glued in, right?
Right.
This one is exact same thing. I used just a piece of fabric to create a hinge to get this cardboard, and then I used the same fabric to hinge this cardboard to that cardboard. And then I used a piece of fabric again to put this, and let's see. We'll do that. That's a good question. We'll do that right now so it becomes clear, because sometimes I forget that it's not so clear when it's so messy and everything's put together. You really can't see how easy it really is. So let's do a full spread, a page. All right, let's do that.
And don't forget the crackle page.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. We got to do the crackle page.
Peggy said she is honored you like what she does. Lucy brought up the crackle page, and Darlene asked the same as me how you attach all the pages in the book.
Okay.
Oh, right. Peggy, I can't say it on Rosemary's channel, but bite
what?
Me. Bite me. Isn't it Mr. Pocket's birthday? Aren't you supposed to be like dancing in your Depends or something for him?
Oh,
I love you, Peggy.
Okay, so what we're going to do then is what we're going to do is get two 2 floppy doodles here. We're going to do, let me see.
Did I get a floppy doodle in my kit? I hadn't checked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got this fabric. Now, what I would suggest with this is cut it maybe in like 3 or 4 pieces and maybe spray it with your sprays to get a different color, or tea stain it or put it in coffee. Do something to it, which I forgot to do. So we'll just use it the way it is. But to get, you know, like a grungy look and everything, this is a little stark. But I would tone it down with something, but I forgot to. So we will move on. Or maybe I'll just pick a different fabric that I might just have of my own. But that's what I would do with this fabric. I would tone it down somehow. Let me see. So I don't end up with something I don't like. Let me see. Let me just go get some scraps that I have.
Peggy said that fabric needs rust on it. I know she didn't go too far because I didn't hear her hit the chimes. Oh, she ran over to the fabric department. Yes, Candy, you just have to be here. We usually see posted in the group. Are you a member of the Kaboodle group, Candy, so you can get first dibs? Hey, Pam. Candy wants to know how she can get a kit every month.
Join the Facebook group is the best answer I can give you because I posted in there first.
Excellent.
So that's the short answer and the best one.
Or join the group.
I get another star, Peggy.
Again, all the colors I love, what do? I go back to the old brown stuff. I don't get it. I don't understand it. If you ask my favorite color, it's never going to be brown. But what do I work with, you guys, right?
Well, it would look kind of funny if you put a bright pink.
But I mean, even when I'm working with something that could handle it, I don't go for it.
Good for you.
Okay, so let's work with stuff that, you know, most people would like want to throw it away or think it's no good. And, you know,
I have those and I'm ready to throw them away.
okay, well, you know, let's work with what we got. And let's try and get some of this off. And if we can't, we'll just use what's exposed, you know?
Yeah, but actually, that would be good. I didn't even think about just gluing it down on something.
Yeah.
Now, Pearl Brown got me with a whole book of that.
Because when we do the cardboard down, you're not going to see this stuff anyway.
Right. So Candy said she must be in the group because she got right in.
Because you got what?
She got right in when she went to check.
Okay, good. So you need to put on the notifications to that group. I'd been on Facebook, I don't know how long. I didn't realize that when you join a group, there's a little button somewhere where you can get all the notifications, some of the notifications, occasional notifications. So if you're in a group, you know, that maybe does swaps or like us, we do these things, and you want to, you know, be notified right away, you need to click on that little thing that says all notifications. And that way, whenever I post that in there, you know, you'll for sure get a notification. And then usually on a live, you know, the live that I do before I'm going to release them, I'll usually say, oh, you know, on the 23rd, I'm going to release it. So that's kind of a heads up too. Okay, so we can use this. Maybe I'll just cut it off right there. So we can use this piece right there. And so this right now is going to be the piece of fabric in here that's going to connect these two sides. All right. Whoops, let me see if you can even see it. Right here, right here. This piece right here is going to create that. Right there. Okay, so we have that now. So now we have to decide what doors or what we want to put. Let me get all this out of the way. Back here. Okay. All right. So on this one here, let's see. I have this door. And so that you can, see visually how it gets done, let's just go ahead and use that door so it makes it really simple. Where is that door? There it is. There it is. Okay. Get some of this out of the way.
Hi, Jennifer. I thought you were here earlier.
She was. Maybe she went to go eat.
Oh, maybe. Or exercise. Hey, Lisa.
Okay, so we're going to cut this one out and glue this one down just like we did the other one to a piece of cardboard. Or you can put it on one of the pages of your one of the book covers. You could put this on.
Mine too, Candy.
All right, so that's a little crooked. That's a little crooked, Rosemary. Oh, God.
Peggy said Rosemary shuffles her cardboard like a Vegas dealer.
And I try to, okay, now this one, if you want this pointy look, this isn't pointed, so you have to put it a little further down so that when you cut it out, you cut out that shape, if you want that shape. So that'll give you enough room right there. I'm just saying that so you won't put it all the way up to the top if you want to continue that shape. Okay, now this board wasn't as wide as that one, was it?
Hey, Lori B.
Hey, baby. Poor baby.
All right, so now, well, just happens these colors are very similar to the ones that we used on the other one. So let's just use what we got for right now and see if it works. Let's let's just see. I'm going to need a little bit of a little yellow tone to it, so I'll need another color. But let's just start off. Let's just start off blending this all right here, like we did before.
Is this the crackle?
Nope.
Oh.
No, we're just doing exactly what we did with the other one to make it blend, to blend this all in together. We'll do the one page because they'll all be done the same way. And then we'll do the crackle.
Peggy, out of my mind. I just told Betty that. Peggy says, I don't pet my papers like Rosemary. I better get cracking on that. It must be lost. I told Betty, I said, look how Rosemary she always pats her stuff. She pets her stuff.
Yeah, well, you have to develop an intimate relationship with your stuff. It just can't be a wham bam thank you man. There's got to be a little a little wine, a little sweet talking, a little touching.
Hey,
and before you know it, it's done. Oh, is Darla here?
She just got here.
Darla, you're one of these people that I've been watching your thing, your tracking, and it's just sitting in because I sent yours out, what, a week and a half ago?
24th.
It's just sitting there. I go, what is going on? Because I always, like every other day, I'll check all the tracking stuff and see, whose hasn't arrived. And yours hasn't moved. Literally has not moved like in about 4 or 5 days. It's just sitting there. I forget what state it's in. I think it's in your state. Or the one right below you. I forget now. And I'm thinking, what the heck is going on?
She says she knows the mail has been horrible lately. That's what I was telling Betty. Our stuff is just, we get a notification that this package and this package is going to be here by 8 o'clock tonight. And then the mail lady comes and it disappears from my notifications, but it's not in my mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
They said she will talk nice to her stuff tomorrow. They better listen or she'll cut them up. So what did you cook for your hubby and your cardboard for dinner tonight?
Well, Mr. Hubby got a little bit of leftovers with some fresh vegetables, for the world famous Brussels sprouts. He was happy. He asked for seconds. So, but when you're starving, you'll take seconds of anything, I guess.
I was about to say, when you're starving.
All right, now I need to get a little bit, something has a little bit of yellow in it. Little yellow tinge in it. Let's see.
Did you see Diane's studio tour?
Yes, wasn't it cute?
Oh my gosh, have a plant.
Have plant will travel.
Wow, a lot of plants and a lot of cool stuff.
She is a collector for sure. She got that right.
Wine and cookies.
Who?
Lucy said, my dinner was black bean hummus and tortilla chips, corn salad, wine, and cookies.
Mmm. Sounds yummy.
All I had was breakfast.
What time?
I had breakfast at, yeah, I dropped the pup off. I took her at 7, and then I realized she was going to be in a cage for an hour and a half. So I told him, no, you can't have her. And I took her back home. So I guess about 8:30, I went and got me some potato, egg, and cheese tacos with pico de gallo and salsa.
Mmm. If that's all I had, I'd be happy.
Oh yeah, she's all right, Lucy. She just now kind of moving around, not knowing how to get comfortable, but she's all right. Roasted Brussels sprouts. OMG, I would have to sell my house and my furniture. It's got to smell.
What?
Roasted Brussels sprouts.
They don't smell.
They don't smell like cabbage?
No.
Oh, see, we don't.
I don't think so anyway. I mean, I'm just speaking for my own nose. I know some people are sensitive to smell.
What a cool room.
You know, the only way I like Brussels sprouts, and I don't know because I've never really eaten them because Betty doesn't let them in the house, but is in, like, you buy those salads in the produce section, and they have like broccoli slaw, or you can buy they'll have like an Asian salad pack or something, but they have some
Right.
made with shredded fresh Brussels sprouts.
Really?
Yeah, it has like kale and Brussels sprouts and oh, Candy says they get really sweet. I like roasted zucchini.
Oh, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, a couple months ago, I got cauliflower. I shredded up. When I say shred, not really shred, but yeah, kind of sort of shredded up some cabbage, and I got what was that? Zucchini and artichokes. I forget a bunch of green stuff, and put it in a roasting pan with a bunch of garlic and olive oil and what else? Something else. And just roasted it. Oh, it was yummy. I didn't get any complaints from the peanut gallery.
I know people say roasted kale is good, but it makes your house stink.
Um, I guess with 4 dogs, I don't smell too many things.
So Pam said when we were first married, my husband came home and asked me if I ever saw the little lettuces. I said, "You mean Brussels sprouts?"
That's funny.
Little lettuces. So that's what Candy says. You roast the Brussels sprouts with garlic and olive oil.
Yeah, that's yummy. I can agree with that.
I'll have to buy some and try it. I have to
And
send it.
then, you can like after it's done, you can throw a bunch of different whatever kind of cheese you like.
So do you? I cut them in half. I would assume
What?
to roast them.
What?
The little tiny lettuces.
No.
Oh,
Mm-mm. I don't, but that's the whole cuteness of them. The way they look. You don't want to take the cute factor away.
Jennifer is having spaghetti and meatballs with spinach and puttanesca sauce.
Excuse me.
What I say?
Yeah, it almost sounded like an accident.
That must be one of those smart ones.
The what?
Smart TV dinner.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. What is it? I think it's Weight Watchers that is smart ones. I don't know. I don't eat them, but they have one that is ravioli in a marinara sauce, but it's spinach ravioli with marinara. Oh my gosh, it is delicious for a TV dinner. Oh, she said it's tomato sauce with lots of olives and anchovies. My favorite. Yep, you
Oh,
lost
that
me at
sounds good.
olives and you lost me at anchovies. Mm-mm.
Okay, so when we cut this, it's very similar to what we did with this one. I go down to some kind of prominent place in the architecture. Right here, there's a little ledge. So I'm cutting in on the ledge right here. And then I'm visually looking where this arch kind of goes and where it's going. So let's see where that takes us. I usually don't get it. I usually don't get it the first time.
About to poke my eye out with those scissors. Anchovy paste. I bet it would be very salty.
Most definitely.
You know, I've never seen a pizza place here. When I was growing up, I remember I must have watched shows that all took place in New York or whatever because they always got their pizza with anchovies or not anchovies. There's not one pizza place here in my town that has any kind of anchovy on their menu.
Well, because cowboys don't eat anchovies.
Okay. No, we put barbecue on ours. Yeah, see, I thought according to TV, anchovies is like pepperoni.
What? No way.
Oh, I mean it's just a normal thing for pizza, but never.
Yeah, it's very New York. It's very East Coast.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, Lucy. There is anchovy something in the Caesar salad dressing. Or
And
hot.
so if the design in the front starts playing with your eyes, just flip it over and try to make it even. Because
Yes,
sometimes this kind of messes with you.
yes, Lisa, in Texas. It's little hairy fish.
Hmm?
It has hair on it. A fish with hair.
Oh no.
Like I was half asleep in my chair the other night, and all of a sudden Betty sticks her phone over here and says, "Look at that." And I look, and she's showing me all these pictures of these horses with mustaches, and telling me it was real. These horses grow mustaches.
Are real. A guy wrote a book on them.
Oh my gosh!
That was the article. It was in the paper.
Okay. Okay. Kim says puttanesca sauce was what the working girls in Italy would make to lure the sailors when they came ashore. They would make the sauce and put it in their windows so the smell would attract the men.
Well, I'm sure their face would have done this the same, wouldn't it? To a sailor, stick your face out there. I'm available.
Oh, Pam said she bought anchovies just for the can. She wanted to flatten one like you did. Trying to get a chair up front.
Okay, so this one is cut out. And now we just have to kind of accentuate the outside. And I think with this one, I'll get some of my distressed something more. Oh no, we'll just get some black. Let's just get some black. Oh, I didn't do I didn't trim it out yet. Well, let's go ahead and do that. And then I'll trim it out. Because you want to make sure and do all your exterior with something to highlight it, because that's the whole point of all this architecture, right? You don't want it to get lost. At least for me, that's the pretty part. It's all the architecture. Okay. All right, so we've got one. We got to do one more to put something on the other side. Let's see, what shall we put? Let's go ahead and work with maybe a little door. See, now this is gonna get hinged up here somehow.
Oh my!
Somehow.
There's a lot of Texas people in here.
You could be having a party at your house.
Got Kathy D in Fort Worth, close to Fort Worth. You got Lisa in Amarillo. You got me in Tomball. Somebody else is in Texas. Somebody else. Oh, that's right. CB. What? I didn't even see you, CB. CB's in San Antonio. He lives by Fiesta, Texas. Amarillo by morning.
Huh?
Amarillo by morning.
Let's glue this one down. Let's glue this one down. Let me get all this out of the way.
Okay.
Okay. We're getting there.
I think she does, Lucy. I think she is right up the road from me, if I'm not mistaken. Stephanie Rubiano. She's a little north of Houston. Found the Luigi's, I thought.
They saved you. All right, now I need a little bit of blue, a little bit of brown. But let's put the white first. We can start off with the gesso. Start off with the gesso. So always remember to cover up your cardboard first. If you try to bring over the colors onto your cardboard, it'll be a lot more difficult because it's going to be influenced by the color of your cardboard, and so you can't really just visually look here and pick a color out of your paints because it's going to be off.
What? Check her out, Lucy. Lucy was saying, Lucy CB were saying they had taken some of Stephanie Rubiano's classes.
I don't know who that is.
I don't need it, but you need to look her up.
Oh, okay.
She used to teach at Art Fest in Fort Worth, Washington. I have to look her up.
I'm taking this class. Well, I mean, there's a company called Domestica, and they have classes in Spanish, and so I was taking this one class, and I just started it, and the lady that does the class is the teacher, the instructor. She contacted me, which I thought was very odd because you never have the rarely do you have the teachers contact you. And she's a world-renowned artist. I mean, if you're into certain types of stuff, you know, you know her. And anyway, so that's why it surprised me, because it isn't like she's just a Joe Schmo like me that, you know, would contact you. She's somebody. And the reason she contacted me was she said, I see that your origin of country is English speaking, because they do offer um, translation, closed caption. And she says, I just wanted to contact you that if you have any difficulty understanding the translation, that she would help me through, because the way the translator that's being used, I think it's just an automated translator. It's not getting idioms. It's translating things very strangely. And I caught that right away. I started giggling when I was, you know, I was reading and go, oh my gosh, that's not what she just said. You know, it was kind of funny. So anyway, so I wrote her back and I told her, oh, you know, I really appreciate you contacting me, but Spanish is my second language.
Because I used to be a Mexican.
Is my second language. And so this is kind of like a little twofer for me. You know, I'm learning art, and, you know, I'm trying to learn in Spanish. I said, and I did notice that some of the stuff they were saying you said you did not say. And then she got back to me and she says, yeah, she goes, it's kind of strange. Some of the words that came up, maybe they'll straighten it out one of these days. But she said, but if you have any questions, I'll be here to answer anything you want to know. And I said, oh, I thought to myself, oh, you don't even know what you are leading yourself up to. I got 101 questions. But I thought that was really classy of her to do that. You know, it'd be different if I was having a problem and then I contact the company and I saying, hey, I don't understand what she's talking about. And then they contact her and then she would contact me. But no, she just took the initiative right away and said, blah, 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 blah. And I said, oh, cool.
This is not the instructor we were trying to find for you, is it?
No, we were trying to find a book for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was written by her. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Let's see, what colors do I need? I need to take that with me. Let's see. That's a little too much. It's the yellow. Then I need a little bit of where would that be? Of course, it's got to be here, underneath our stuff. Of course. Hey, it's not there either. Oh, there it is. Never mind. It's okay, ladies. I'm just talking to myself. I'm all right. I put it in the wrong box.
Vicky said, can you share the name of the class?
I'll have to look it up. I would never remember. I'll look it up though before we leave. Remind me before we leave.
I'll try to remember.
That'll work. Oh no, I don't think that'll work either. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Very good. All righty. So, had to go on the hunt to get a little bit of the blue and bring over a little bit of that red, so that it'll make me happy. And then I have a little bit of the browns, a little bit of the yellows, And I think that'll work. Just kind of blend that over a little bit. Oh my goodness. I think that'll work. Okay, this is a test. This is a test.
Now, how did Darla know the class?
Huh?
Darla put the link in for the class.
I think she's putting the link in for the whole thing.
Oh, Domestica. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did I do this one? Oh, here it is.
What kind of class is it, Rosemary?
This one was contemporary bookbinding.
So Lisa says she feels like she has made good progress tonight. Her doors are all cut out. Her door knockers and hinges have been glued to cardstock and now fussy cut.
Wow, I'm impressed. She's gotten further than I have. I'm doing something wrong.
Janice put a cat flap in her copy of the door. Vicky would like you to tell her hello in Spanish since that's what she speaks. Buenos dias, Vicky.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I think this is okay. How does it look? Does it look matchy over there? It's matchy here.
No, Lisa pretty much pushed me and Candy out of the way.
Who? What do you mean? What's going on? Who pushed who where?
Says Lisa gets a chair next to Susan in the front of the class. She'll have to fight Douglas for that chair. She say, "Hola, gracias, de nada."
I lost the lid.
You lost what?
The lid rolled away. I had to go get a stick to go get the lid. I'm a mess right now. I think I need something to drink. I brought my water over.
Oh, there she goes. Douglas says, "Damn right."
I didn't even know she was here. Did I miss that?
Yep. Lisa can't do any more till she gets back to the studio where the paint is.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Wrong blue. Wrong blue.
Oh, man.
Wrong. Whoa. Oh, man. What a mess.
Oh, bull, Darla's not a teacher's pet.
What did it say?
Wrong blue. Look, how come I'm not getting... What am I doing? Wrong blue, wrong blue, wrong blue. I'm not visualizing it. I keep taking ones with too much green in them. Okay. Well, now it's mixing with that color. So, and all I wanted to do is put like a little shadow out here. I should have just left it alone. All that just for that. And then I need some of the little bit of ochre. A little bit, just a little.
Yellow ochre.
Yeah, you just want to put a hint of the colors just to kind of fool the eye a little bit, you know?
You know, if you put a little bit of vinegar in with your ochre, it won't be slimy.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Now see how that looks like maybe this is the plaster here and it's kind of reflecting some of the color from the wood. That's, in my mind, that's what I'm doing. In case you're wondering, what is she doing that for? I'm just trying to extend the building that I'm imagining that is, you know, on either side.
I like mine with tomatoes candy. Oh, Peggy, I was always in the principal's office. Darla said, I think it looks great, teacher.
How can she say that with her lips pressed together so much?
Salty. 9 o'clock. The salty out. Me too, Peggy. They always wrote that on my report card. I would have straight A's and then I'd get a U in conduct. Tell me how that even makes sense.
Well, you can be a smart aleck.
No, because she said I talk too much, but
Oh, well, see, you could be smart, but you weren't letting other people learn because you wouldn't shut up.
That's right. So I just quit.
Okay, so this one, I would call this one done. Now I got to do is just go around the edges. Now you can do one of two things. You can leave it just the way it is, but there's a slight arch right here on the top of this transom. So you could like come up here and create this like this arch right there. And that would be pretty cool because it would coincide with the arch that's there. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So should we do that or just leave it alone?
Do it.
Yeah. Okay, I still have to put a little something around the outside. I gotta give it a little definition. Maybe I'll just do that with the stays on like I did that one. But let's make sure this is dry before I put the ink.
Hey, I can match you. You're on that.
Say what?
Peggy said she could post her elementary school report cards, and for 6 years there was always a note that she talked too much. Parents meeting needed. When I was in first grade, every day my teacher would walk me over to the third grade class for me to read aloud to them.
Aww.
That's I guess that was that's how I got into narrating and doing, you know.
That's when you joined Hollywood?
Yeah. That's where I got my training for co-hosting the Rosemary Morris show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could read, Peggy. Heck yeah, I could read. I love to read.
She won the spelling bee.
Yes, I did win the spelling bee.
You can spell, you can read.
That's right. And my daddy, he used to always, he was such a cut up. And he would always try to get me confused because I would tell him, "Look, Daddy, I can write with my left hand." And he'd go, "Wow, look at Susie, she's bilingual." Or I would come in and I would tell him something in Spanish and he would tell me, you are ambidextrous. And I'm like,
Gee, now we know where you get it from.
Thank you.
oh, Ann said she just wanted to get me out of her classroom. I can't. Wow. And I thought Ann was a sweet one.
Yeah, but she was a teacher, right? So she knows how it works. Wasn't Ann a teacher? Yeah, Ann's a teacher, right? Am I getting people confused?
Yeah, she was a teacher.
There you go. So she knows all the code words to get kids kicked out of their classroom.
Yes, she was.
Okay, so we got 2 done. And then what I would do is I'd get the fabric, and you know me, I don't like the clean ends. I like everything all, like the cat drug it in. That's the way I like it. And then we would just get whatever kind of glue you want to use, and you decide where you want to put it. But because of this shape, I'm going to put it right there, see what happens. And then glue that on there like that. And you can put as little or as much space that you want. I mean, you could put them really super close. But because everything's kind of chunky, you got to give it room to kind of like fold around each other. That's why I'm giving it a lot of space. Plus, it kind of looks kind of cool when everything's just kind of flopping all over the place. So what we're going to do is like this one right here. See how this is glued onto that paper, onto this cardboard right there. And the other side is glued onto this one here. So we need to put a backing on these. Because it'll look kind of goofy if we put the backing over, well, maybe not, if we put the backing over the paper, but there'd be like a little lump. If that doesn't bother you, then you can do it later. But let's go ahead and do it now, just because. All right, what do I want to put there? What are we going to glue on the back? Okay, so we got some of these papers. I'm going to put one of those on there. I just put some glue. Let's just put some glue down. Whoa. Lots of glue. And if your cardboard isn't straight, don't try and line it up with the straight part of your paper. It won't work. Let that dry. And let's see what's on the back of that.
Anne said that page looks great.
Yay! Let me look at my pile, my scrap pile here. Oh, maybe we can put. No, that won't work. No. Nope. 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 Nope.
Oh my gosh, Lisa, Betty's the same way. She can talk to anybody. I can shop the whole supermarket and go find her on an aisle. Just happen to make a conversation with somebody over a can of beans.
My husband can do the same thing. He's a chatty Cathy. Let me tell
Yeah, I
you.
don't want to. I don't want to talk to people.
I mean, I don't mind talking. I mean, I talk to people, but you know, I don't like get into long. I mean, I'll say hi. You know, how's it going? Whatever.
Yeah,
But by
that
the
gets.
time he's done, he knows
Yeah.
everything about them, and they know everything about him. It's like, okay, who cares, Richard?
That's how Susan is.
It's like you are never gonna see this person ever again in your life. And how much time did you spend there?
That's what Peggy said. My hubby loved me for my humor. Now, 45 years later, it gets on his last nerve.
That's the way it always is.
Oh, that's what psychologists will tell you when you're, you know, dating somebody and you think you're getting serious, you know, getting more and more serious. They said, what is your favorite thing about them? Because that's going to be the thing that irritates you the most 5 years from now. If you're lucky, 5 years from now.
Yeah, if you're lucky. Yeah.
I know she got mad at me yesterday. So she was sitting in her chair, and I walked up from behind with the hose from my new expensive glitter sucker
Yes.
and put it around her neck from behind.
And she didn't like that?
She didn't think it was funny. Now,
Wow.
see,
I wonder why.
38 years ago, that would have been funny.
Not like a noose. I don't care. Suck it to my face, but don't put it like a noose.
We all have our limits.
That's right. Oh, she thinks it's funny to. Okay, so I will be on a ladder. So I'm like installing the ceiling fan, right? And so I'm up on this ladder, which I don't do ladders well anyway. I'm up on top of this ladder and I'm holding this heavy ceiling fan and I got a screwdriver in my hand and she thinks it's funny to walk up behind me and zzzz me on the back of my leg or something like I was hitting electricity. That's not funny. See, that's not funny to me. That is not funny.
You think it's funny?
And she does it until I'm so mad that I just stop. And she's just laughing up a storm. Yeah, not funny. Not funny. Thank you, Kathy. That is dangerous.
See, like, well,
I'm standing there in case you fall.
well, she's there in case she hangs you. You know.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I know, Peggy, right?
It sounds like you two got a thing with electricity too. I don't know.
That's
All
right, Darlene. I guess you don't want the fan installed.
Okay, we're getting there.
Kathy said, yeah, like you're going to be able to catch her.
Thank you. I can hobble a little faster than she does.
You're out of frame. Thank you.
I think I really need to have my glass of water now.
No root beer?
I do have that. I mean, I don't have it served, but I do have water right behind me. Okay, so we have both sides done. Oops, I'm gonna trim this paper. Alrighty. Okay.
You have to re-ink that spot you just cut.
Where?
Darlene is loving these doors.
Yay! They're fun. I'm telling you. All right, let's cut this one out now.
Okay, I have to tell you, in all the years of watching you, I've never seen you pull out a pair of Tim Holtz scissors. Do you not have Timmy scissors? Oh, there they are. Okay. I never see you use those.
I think because I work with such. Well, I do have another pair that. Where do I do them? I usually use these. Well, when I'm where are they? When it's just me, I think I tend to use them more. When I'm just here playing, you know.
They're awful clean, Peggy said.
Well, these I haven't dirtied up. I've only used these with paper. This I've used everything, you know, wire, glue, doesn't matter what I've used on that one.
See, I get my Timmy scissors all dirty, but the haberdashery scissors I keep very pristine and in their case.
There you go.
Man, those scissors are sharp.
Are they?
Yeah. And they slide down your paper.
Yeah, I gotta clean my hands. I got too much glue.
Lisa said she has Timmy scissors, but she does not use them there unless her preferred ones are missing.
Oh.
Yeah, joggles. I got to keep those haberdasheries. Just don't mess with my haberdasheries. That's like Betty. She has, oh my gosh, there's scissors in the kitchen for cutting vegetables and stuff. There is scissors in the kitchen in a jar for cutting whatever that is. There's scissors in the den in here in a cup for cutting. So I don't know, but every time I pick them up, I'm cutting. I don't know what I'm supposed to be cutting with them, but it's always the wrong thing. So I went and bought a pair of scissors, and I wrote on them in black Sharpie, anything scissors. And she said, "No, what are those for?" I said, "Because I can pick them up and I can cut anything I want to, and I don't have to be fussed at."
There you go.
Yes.
See, I have scissors from the Dollar Tree, and practically like that. They're everywhere, but I don't care because they're just $1. And when they're done or ruined or whatever, next, you know. But I do have some kitchen shears that I keep in the kitchen, and they look a little different. So my husband knows those stay in the kitchen. But everything else is like a free for all. So I gave up arguing about it. So I just bought dollar scissors and put them everywhere. That's how you save a marriage. Dollar Tree. One of everything.
Yeah.
All right. So we have these two done. We got the backs done. Oops, I forgot to put some stuff back here. Never mind. Hold on. We're not done yet. I only did it in the front.
So who's ringing the doorbell?
Oh, that's my notifications here. I can't turn them off because I have to have my speaker on to talk. And I'm not really quite clear how to turn off my notifications on my computer because I don't remember putting them on. So, okay, that's done. Now we're done.
Oh, fabric scissors. I stay away from those. Those my friend gave me she used to she was a nurse and she rode with the paramedics and she gave me some scissors that they used to like cut blue jeans and cut seat belts and all that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sounds dangerous.
Lisa said her family learned very quickly which scissors are for fabric and nothing else.
Well, when I used to have all my stuff next door before I moved in here, I had little tags on everything as far as those kind of scissors because that was before I learned to go buy dollar ones everywhere. But I had it on there, paper only. Then I have fabric only, me only. Get your own only. But you learn, you have to compromise. So I go buy the dollar ones. Okay, so now we're just going to glue. Get whatever you're going to get, whatever, if you're going to use whatever kind of fabric. It can be, you know, it can be the full length of your book. It can go past the book. It can be shorter than the book. You know, that's what's fun about this. It's whatever you want, whatever you've got. And so I'm just going to, I'm going to make sure that this, you know, it doesn't go past there just because of the shape. And it just turned out that it's perfect as far as size. That was just an accident. So we'll put that there.
Is your journal just one signature?
The one that I showed you guys is 2. Hold on. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. We've got 1, 2. We got 3 pages here. Whoops. Is that 3? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages right here on this signature. Oh, no. 3 pages here. 1, 2, 3. I don't count this piece of paper. 4. Okay, so there's 4 right here. 4 pages on this signature. And then there's 4 here on this signature. So we will just flop some glue down.
There you go. You're patting that paper.
That's right.
Pat that paper.
You be good to it. It will be good to you.
Peggy said you can use her hand if you need to count.
I have 4 fingers, but thank you for the thought.
Oh, Lisa pets her paper too. Oh my gosh, Betty gets those fabric journals from her friend in California, and she just touches and feels and pet, and I'm like, like her fabric nest. Oh my gosh, it's huge. My Chihuahua could sleep in that nest. Yeah, I'm gonna put it down as a little doggy bed.
Okay, so basically you make however many you want in your book, either 3 of these or 4 of these or whatever it is you want to do. just like that. Any dimension, any shape, like you can see here. Let me get this out of the way. You can see on this one, it's just a small piece of fabric, just like what we used with this other one right now. It's a small piece. And then I put a file folder. And then this and this is kept together with this piece of fabric. Again, that was just glued, just like we just did. So that's that one. Then I had a piece of paper. Then I put a couple of pieces, whoops, it's slipping and sliding, piece of fabric here. And then this cardboard and this one is put together with this fabric right there. And as you can see, I don't line anything up. I don't want it lined up. I like the haphazard look. Not everybody likes that, but you can line them up if it makes you happy. And then here is a file folder. And I just put a little pocket there. Cardboard, and I put a piece of fabric to keep those together. That's there. Leftover paper from sometime, who knows what. Another cardboard book cover, piece of fabric. Here you go. And then some of that Craft Tech leftover from the Renaissance one. And I put that there. And this is a book cover. And this is just cardboard fabric. And then I just, once you have your front and your back, then this fabric, I use it throughout the book, but you just need a small piece, or depending on how thick it is. But like here, you just need a couple of inches of this to create. And all I did was, again, glue, and sewed the signature in. So we'll do a little bit more, but we're going to do the crackle right now. And what I'll do between tonight and tomorrow, depends how late we get, I'll make a couple of more, so at least we'll have a signature, so I can show you how I sew the signature in. We probably won't get to that tonight, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow, the putting in of the signature. So for right now, let's let this dry, and we will try and attempt the crackle. Here's the other part of that. Ooh, it's already looking pretty cool. Let's see. See, you would open this up.
What time tomorrow? 7?
Yeah, same time.
Okay.
So that opens up like that. See, it's already looking pretty cool. We haven't even done anything. I mean, as far as just putting stuff together. All right, let me clear up a little bit of this mess, so I don't have a double mess.
See, Lisa, if I hadn't have been here, you wouldn't have got that answer till about probably 10:15, 10:30. Oh yeah, let me look up. I have a question. Y'all don't have any questions? And then she looks right back down.
Yep, that's right. That's how I work.
Well, it's hard to do what you're doing and show somebody and then go, oh yeah, chat. Gotta look at the chat.
All right, so now we like the texture, we like the old wood look. That's what I think about when I think of these doors, things that are weathered. So I know there's a lot of product out there that, people buy to make the crackle look. But the old-fashioned way, like when we learned in school, is just Elmer's glue and paint. So, Where's my glue? Where's my glue? Here's my glue. And I forgot to paint a background, so we'll just use a dark piece of paper. Let's just pretend we painted a piece of paper a dark color, because we won't have all that drying time. So let's just say we painted that a dark color with our acrylic paint.
Peggy, are you in live chat?
Uh-oh. Okay, before we start this, I'm gonna drink something, because then I'll get on a roll again, and then I'll never get something to drink. Drink my water. That felt good. Okay, so again, get whatever surface you're working on, whether it's cardboard, it's paper, whatever you're going to work with, and paint it a color, whatever color you want to use. Then, once that is dry, let's pretend this is dry. Then we are going to, let me get a brush, brush. Oh. Holy moly, there's a big old spider over here.
She's into the fire.
All right. Now, you throw Elmer's glue.
Did you kill the spider?
No.
What'd you do with it?
I said, here's a spider. He's over there minding his own business. He's probably eating the mosquitoes. He's a good guy. I'd rather have him than have the mosquitoes biting me. Because I open up this door here and they're buzzing around the light that I have outside the door. Okay, so put it on. Now, some people I've seen tell you to put it all one direction. Well, if you do it one direction, then all your cracks are going to be in one direction. I don't know about you, but when I see paint falling off, it's falling off in all different directions. So I just flop it any way I want to. Okay, so now let it dry till it's not dry, but you want it to get a little tacky, but you don't want it dry. Because then we're going to paint a contrasting color on top of this. I had a little water on my brush. I hope it doesn't ruin the effect. I probably should have used a dry brush, but that's okay. This is how we'll learn. So I would normally let this kind of get tacky on its own, but because I worked with a brush that was wet, it might take too long. So I'm going to dry a little bit, not completely. Yeah, it's a little tacky like. That's pretty good right there. All right, so now you get your contrasting color, which, let's go with that. I mean, that's contrasting to black, don't you think? Let's just try some of this. Is this the one that was too?
Lisa said she loves that you are doing that on black. She's only seen people do it on white.
Shame on them. All right, let's see what happens, ladies. Okay, so now we're going to paint this up. They're going to tell you one direction. I don't go one direction. Okay. So now the theory behind it is the glue and the paint dry at different speeds because of their makeup. And so when the glue starts to dry, it creates cracks in your paint. That's the whole point. So let's speed up the action and see if I messed it up by having that water on the glue. No, I see it's already working, so that's good. All right, I didn't mess it up. Now you could just put this outside in the sun and let it naturally happen. Or for us, we got to speed up the action. See how it's already starting to crackle there? Whoa! Don't let it heat up too much. Starts to bubble. Okay. I think you can see the possibilities. So the only thing you have to remember is to make sure you have contrasting colors so that you can see the full, impact of the crackle. It's still wet. It's going to crackle some more. Okay, that's how simple it is. Instead of buying all that expensive stuff that sometimes work and sometimes doesn't, Elmer's. And that's how I did that one. I have I did it on black paper, but I painted it with silver, and then I put the purple on top.
Did you let it dry first between the coats of paint or no?
Semi.
Okay.
I mean, wait, the silver, I let it completely dry. Whatever is your bottom color, let that completely dry before you put the glue on top. And then the glue is semi, and then you put on your top coat, your paint.
Oh, so you painted your black paper silver.
On this one, yes.
Let it dry completely. Then you put the glue, let
Yes.
it be tacky, and then you put your purple. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
But for time's sake, I just used the black color as my fake paint.
I like So it has depth.
Yeah. So anyway, it'll make a cool backdrop. So I'll let this completely dry, and then I'll put that in this journal when it's completely dry. It'll look kind of cool. I'll use it as the background for, the back side of one of the cardboards. Okay, so, well, I have a drink. You guys, if you have any questions about what we've already done or questions about what we're going to do with the rest of it, feel free to ask now, because I'm going to drink my water. Hi, Patricia.
Hey, Patricia.
Okay, you are spray painting and you want Crackle spray your first coat and paint your second coat before. Oh, interesting. Sharon has a good tip. You can spray paint, and before it's completely dry, spray paint it again, and you will crackle. She found out the hard way. That makes sense too. Very cool.
Peggy, so funny.
Hmm?
Peggy. She said, "Good question. You can stay in your seat."
Watch out, Peggy. Report cards come out next week.
That's right. And you talk too much.
That's all I can say.
Need a conference.
Yeah, we're gonna get one of those U's. Ooh.
I have to talk to Mr. Pockets about that. She must have set him up with a snack tray and put a good TV program on for her to be downstairs this long on his birthday.
Really, right? Oh, Candy wants to know if she's being a good girl or not.
Oh.
She's letting us know she is. Oh, Patricia fell asleep. That's why she was good. That's funny. I was wondering why she was being good. She was asleep.
Oh, she's sitting with him with headphones on.
How romantic.
She has hidden earbuds, so every now and then she starts cackling and he don't know what she's laughing at.
I need to. What was her name? Oh no, I forgot. I already had settled that. Yeah, I was gonna ask for somebody's connection, but forget it. I already finished that. Took care of that.
So I see that your Elmer's gives you a medium crackle. What if I want a finer crackle? What would I use? Fabri-Tac or?
No, you just use less glue. See how much glue I put on there? I put quite a bit. Just
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So for the bigger the crackle, the more the glue.
Yes.
Hey, Suzanne.
Because when I did this one, I used less. See how fine those are? Those lines are a lot finer.
I have some Pierre Cardin crackle.
Oh, have you used it?
I got it off the Oops shelf at Home Depot.
Oh, that's my favorite shelf.
Yep.
I love that. I've got quite a few paints that I've used. Like this whole studio was painted with Oops paint, all the inside. And I think all the rooms in our house, except for maybe one, they're all Oops paint.
Lisa, yes, that must have been when you left the room. She took her black paper and painted it silver, let the silver paint completely dry, then she put the glue to a tacky finish and put the purple over it.
Yep, yep, yep. The only downside to oops is that if you like your paint and then you have to do a repair of some kind, then you don't have the paint, you know, um, usually because they change. I learned the hard way that they change like recipes, for their paints. They may have the exact same color, but they have changed the numbers of the different colors so that the recipe for that color is no longer the same recipe. Because when I went back, I saved the tag that shows how to mix the paint. So I took them the tag and they go, oh, we can't use that because they've changed all the numbers. And I'm going, what? And they do that every so often. Why? I have no idea. So I had to bring in something that was painted that color so that they could, make it up and match it. And of course, that's never exactly the same, but it was close enough, I guess.
It's like when we have paint that say some, because we do made to order products, but if we have paint that's about to slob out, that's going
Mm-hmm.
to expire, they'll just take a whole bunch of alkyd paint and they'll put it all in one tank, mix it all up, and they sell it at a cheap price, and they call it barn paint.
Ah, well, I guess I created my own barn paint because one time I went there and they had a color real kind of similar to this, maybe even a little warmer, and they had like three gallon cans of it, and then another one that was really similar, but it wasn't identical. And they were all satin finish. And so I brought them home and I just threw them all together because they were so much alike and I needed that much of paint. So I just combined them and created a whole new one. And that's what my living room is painted. I've got 12-foot ceilings, so I needed a lot of paint. I needed a lot of paint.
Wow.
And then there's a lot. Then, oh, I can't even believe I did all that. My knees wouldn't handle it right now. But I would go up in the ladder, and we have cornice all around, different trim, like 3 stacks of different types of trim that are not touching each other. So you have to paint in between. So all
Yep.
my trim up there is white, and then in between all that, I had to paint all this all up there on the ladder, 12 foot up. And by the time I would get down, my neck was like, oh, because I think because I didn't want to make a mistake and then have to paint the other one, go back and forth to line this all up. And so my body was tense. Like I didn't want to make a mistake because I just wanted to get it done. And so I would get down and my neck was so stiff. But it looks really nice. I always get compliments like the first thing they always say is, who did your painting? That's a compliment right there because they think I didn't do it. They thought somebody professionally did. I said, I did the painting. They go, you did all that up there on the top? And I said, yes, ma'am.
Mm-mm.
I had a mural in my hallway in Hawaii that I painted. I don't have murals here. We're in a Victorian home, and so every room we don't have any hallways. They're just room behind another room, behind another room, next to another room. So I don't have any hallways. So that's where I would put my murals.
We donate paint to the people that paint the murals and to keep the graffiti off.
Mm-hmm.
They like paint murals and stuff like that. So we donate paint there too to keep from having to pay to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they have some that's like covers graffiti, or you can't graffiti over it or something like that.
Uh-huh. Now, is that oil or is that acrylic?
No, it's acrylic. We
Oh,
don't I don't think we do oil paint.
okay.
It's so
Neat.
funny because we do we sell like 5-gallon buckets of walnut shells,
Mhm.
crushed up walnut shells, and then we sell because like on the ships, that's what they use where the people walk, so it's not slippery. They just
Oh,
they mix crushed up walnut shells in the paint, and it makes it a non-skid surface for the pedestrian walkways.
oh, neat.
Yeah.
And you know all the pretty dyeing you can do with all those walnuts.
I don't know anything
And
about
and the inks you could make with that walnut.
dye, so yeah.
Man, everybody's got such cool connections and they don't do anything with them. All this stuff you could do with those walnuts.
Oh, talk about cool paint. That vehicle paint.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, because it has like all the metallics and all the. That's what they use to paint the when you see the boats that have that
Oh,
glisten.
I've seen all those shimmers.
Yes, well, the guy that works for me, he makes custom colors for the yachts, but it's all vehicle paint. It's
Oh.
made at our vehicle refinishing factory. And man, got
Darlene wants to know where you work.
I work for Axel Nobel, which is a worldwide paint company. But you could do a lot of stuff with that kind of paint.
I bet.
I couldn't, but you could.
Well, you have my address. Don't they have like little samplers?
No, but I mean, we make like little quart. I mean, because it's like $500 a quart for that special paint. Yeah, it's crazy. But
Do you
then
have,
like,
don't you have any oops?
what I do have some where it's like gonna be where it's gonna run out of shelf life, and I'll ask my boss, "Hey, I have this color," and he's like, "Yeah, I could paint my lawnmower with that," and he has probably got the most colorful stuff. I swear, because he will take yeah all the oops stuff.
That's
There you
funny.
go. Tell him you got a lawnmower you need painting and mail it to some Rosemary.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, Suzanne says the shells are also good for sharpening needles and pins.
Oh, interesting.
And we have one paint that we make. I can't remember which one it is, but in the formula to make the paint, it requires vanilla, so it doesn't have such a strong smell.
Mm-hmm.
But they ordered the vanilla comes from like Sweden, or they special order that. I'm like, man, you could go to the dollar store and get vanilla all day long.
Yeah, but not all vanilla is equal.
I guess not. I
In
know
and
that Mexican vanilla is the best.
there you go. And so is the cinnamon.
Yeah,
The best cinnamon in the world is from Mexico.
yeah, vanilla.
Vanilla. Well, nobody's asking any questions, at least not about my project. So maybe we're done.
Maybe.
And then we'll put the show how we put the signatures together tomorrow. Tomorrow. Has your puppy woken up?
She wakes up and she moves some. Betty just went and laid on the floor with her. But she didn't. Usually she'll follow wherever. She's like, nope, I'm just gonna lay right here on my head down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether to feed her or not. I gave her a couple of Ritz crackers earlier. She seems content.
Yeah, she'll tell you when she's hungry. She probably doesn't have an appetite. Thank you, Lisa.
What's Peggy saying? Hey, puppy, get fixed. Yes, puppy got fixed today. And she don't know how to act because she's used to going war bait everywhere.
Yeah, especially midnight, right?
Yep.
You better put a leash on her at midnight. She might want to take off.
Yeah,
She'll
I
be
don't think she'll do
bumping
it
into
tonight.
walls.
Yeah, I think she knows.
Thank you, Darlene, for showing up. We appreciate it.
Ooh, Peggy learned stuff.
Uh-oh. She learned how to watch YouTube while she's sitting next to her husband. Oh dear. Let me get off of this thing. Where am I? Where am I? Let me go back to. Oh man, I didn't realize how much the lag was.
Yes, it's long. Good night, Lisa. She said, hubby talks to me, and I just nod my head.
We were supposed to get in a storm tonight, but nothing ever happened. We've been getting storms, supposed to be getting storms like for almost 2 weeks. Nothing happens.
Because they're coming here.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to be coming from you. They just
Oh,
fizzle out before they get here.
thanks, Elizabeth. Good night.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Uh-oh. I've got to get I gotta get all my stuff straight up here because I actually don't even know what I'm doing for September. And I usually know that by the time we do this. I usually have it made by the time we do this.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
So what about the before we go, what about the plaster class?
Oh, that's probably what's been holding me up too. I've got it edited. Anyway, and so I have to now upload them, download them. What am I doing? Which is which? I get the two confused.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, so I have to upload them and make sure everything's hunky dory. And I'm still aiming for the 15th, so I think I'll make it. And
well,
if
why
I
don't you upload them and send them to me, and I'll check and make sure they're good.
I know you will. I know you will.
Native American?
I don't have all my stuff. There was some stuff I ordered, and because of the mail, I really hesitate because if I put everything together, assuming that it's going to come in time, and then at the last minute it doesn't, then then what? Then I got to scramble to make a whole different one. So that's why I'm kind of hedging on doing that one. That was my original plan, but I don't know if it's going to work. Um, how much the class? I know for sure it's going to be under $50. I just don't know what the price is going to be yet. Um, mm. So what I was thinking, if the I don't know. A few of the ladies have been asking about doing a um some kind of a cloth journal or something with fabric, or because I have enough stuff to do all that, to put a really pretty kit together to do that. But I don't know if the majority of people want to work with just fabric, you know. I know that's not for everybody. Um and then I have all the stuff if we want to do the what did we call that? The spice. What did we call the what was it called?
Spice?
No, not the spice, but the one that followed the spice trade, that I put that had all the fabrics and the stuff, and you know.
Oh, the carpet bagger?
No, I
No.
had another name for it. I already forgot what it was. Where the heck is Darla? Oh yeah, Silk Road. Oh, Jennifer remembered. I have enough to do a really nice full kit, because when I sold some of that stuff, it was like pieces here and there, and there's a lot of new people that weren't around when I put that together.
Do it.
And so I was thinking I could do that, and I have all the stuff for that. Um No, I know what's on the list, Peggy. I just don't know what I have. Because remember, it's hard to get a lot of the stuff. And then the stuff I do find and I order it, then, oh my gosh, they tell you a certain amount of time and it just doesn't, it's not happening no more. And it's not their fault. I think it's just the postal service, because it's left. They left it. I mean, they left it. They mailed it in a timely fashion. It's just everything's just taking so long. So those are the options of things that I have on hand. I have enough for sure to put together if we wanted to put let me show you what I was thinking about. I have one that I made a while back, just to give you an idea so we're all on the same page of what I'm talking about. Because everybody's idea of a cloth journal, I'm sure, is going to be different. So these are what my journals look like when I speak of cloth. I like them small. I don't like them big because they get heavy and floppy. So when I make them, I like to make them small. And I know a lot of people make them very neutral looking and very, maybe like what I would call more of a French look. Now this, I do go crazy on the color. I like just going crazy on the color. And so I start off with, let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2. So there's four pages in here. So it's 8, 2 sides, 16. And now this here was a piece of a Campa quilt, the top part. So this work was already on this piece of fabric. And then of course, then I just got some stuff, and some paper, and I just sewed that down. But you don't have to sew. You could do pretty much this whole thing with glue if that was your thing. And I created pockets so that you can put things in here from the top. And then on some of them, there's pockets to put things from the inside. And this one is open again here. And then these are just little pieces that I had, and I either sewed or glued these down. And then, does this one have a pocket? Maybe not. They don't all have a pocket. Nope. Sometimes I forget what I do. Yeah, that one's not open. And some more paper. And some more little pieces. And of course, my little salvage ends that I like. Pieces of doily. And then here's a little pocket. Another pocket. I got these in little swaps. That in there. Another little side pocket. And then this is open from the top. And this one is also open from the top. And then there's just this little small little book in there.
I agree, Peggy. Peggy said, I think enough people will like the fabric journal.
So that is one. And then this one's a little different because it's just wild and crazy pieces of fabric. And then what I did with this one, out of cardboard, I love cardboard. Out of cardboard, I just made this little, I guess it would be a tag. I don't even know what you would call it. And this was sent to me in Happy Mail, so I just thought she was cute and put that in there. And then this has a pocket up here, and here is this tag that somebody sent me, and I just liked how it looked. And then I made this little book that goes inside, and it's just real simple. And then it just has little papers in there for you to write or draw or glue or whatever you want. Oops. And then that fits in there. And so that's another little way that you can use your fabric. And this was mostly, this here is mostly paper. But it's kept together with fabric. Whoops. And this is open, it's made very similar to this one, but because different colors are used, it gives a whole different effect. And then these are just cool little things you can make. Here's a little pocket. There's another little paper book. And then a little area back. Oops. Oh, this one doesn't move. There's nothing in here, but there's a little pocket there for you to put something. That's stationary. So, you know, you can take the same concept and make it look like totally different. This is pretty much the same thing, but different colors and different papers and different fabric, but the concept's the same. And then, of course, this one is completely different, but you're using the fabric, and you can use some papers, and you can make little little pockets and little doodads. Anyway, that's that. Now, the only thing with stuff like this is none of the kits are going to be the same. You know how it is, because when you collect different pieces, usually, you know, you only have one of each, so they're all going to be different. So that might be kind of an issue. I don't know, when it comes to like the choice of colors and things like that. So if I did a Mod Podge, well, it wouldn't matter because they're all going to have all colors. So it isn't like, oh, I want a purple one, I want a pink one. You're just getting what you're getting, which is everything. Then if we decided to go more for like a tone on tone type of look, well, then I'd be just concentrating on the linens and things that I have that are more cream and white and things like that. So I'll take you know, you guys' lead, because you're the ones that are either going to like them or not like them as far as making them. Yeah, Elaine, I do too. Although these ladies are really cool. I mean, they buy the kits and none of the journals look alike. They're pretty. They make them their own. It's kind of cool what they do with them. But I hear what you're saying. Everybody will have something different. I like that. And this size, let's see what size this is. Where is my ruler? Oh, here it is. So at the biggest point, which is about right here, so it's about 9 inches open. Yeah, so it's about, yeah, it's, so it could be, you can make it like, maybe let's just like round figures, make it 10, and this is about 5.5, so like 10 by 6 maybe, or 10 by 5. The pieces, you know, wouldn't be any bigger than that. Um, Jennifer. Jennifer says we should just do orange. We just need to do orange. Oh gosh. Okay, well, I'm getting kind of like positive feedback on this, so maybe that's what we'll plan. And I won't like get all like in a tizzy about getting the stuff for the Native American, and we'll plan that for the next, for sure I should get it by the, you know, before the next one, you know, comes around. If I don't, oh my gosh, then I'm really in trouble. Okay, well, you guys are here, so you get the vote.
I say yay.
All right. So I'll start putting that all together then. And I don't have to make a sample because you just saw it. I don't have to make one. We'll make one together.
OMG, Betty will be over the moon with that one.
And I have some cool a printout of really nice cards for you know, the button cards. I have some really cool ones, so I'll print those out. They'll probably be the only kind of paper stuff will be, you know, sewing related, fabric related, whatever you want to call it. And I have some pieces that have some, like, you know, some prints that have a lot of writing on them, so I'll use those up too, because that's always cool to cut up and put it in little spots. And what else? Yeah, so I've got all this stuff. And you know I have salvage. You know I've got salvage.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hmm. And see, even this is made, this right here is made from one of those pieces that came out of the, those fabric things you have. And
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even take the paper out because it helped it keep its shape. So
Oh, good idea.
we can use those. Oops. Oopsie. Oh, I got two pockets. No wonder this one fits in here. And I forgot there's a little pocket there too. It's missing stuff. Oh my gosh. Come on. That already has stuff. So anyway, there's a little pocket back here too. So yeah, so I've got small pieces of Cantha that in case you want to put them in the front, we'll put those on there. And then I have this right here, I think is just muslin, but I can't remember. I think that's what that is. And then these are just doilies and different types of napkins and stuff. Yep. Okay, that's what we're doing. Glad I asked.
Yeah, no joke.
I know, see, Peggy, that's the problem. As soon as I just show you how to do one thing, then our mind's already off to the next thing. I know mine is.
Vicky has a question.
Uh-oh, what's the question? We're listening, Vicky.
Are you going to have images?
Yes. They'll be related to sewing in one way or another, or fabric or something. So I'll stick to that theme so that I don't get, going in all kinds of directions with what I'm going to include in here. So we'll just stick with one theme. Here comes Mr. Hubby. Let him know.
Garbage.
Yeah, garbage. I'm online. I mean, I'm live. Can I help you, sir?
I'll tell you later.
Brussels sprouts?
Huh? Sugar was sky high.
Why?
Something about the way you make the ground beef or something. I don't know.
Oh,
That's
lordy
happened.
lord. His sugar went up. He didn't eat anything that wasn't, normal.
I didn't eat all day.
That's right.
I tried to bring it down.
That's why.
Huh?
That's probably why.
No, because I've done it before. See, yesterday, the ground beef
Oh,
was to go up too, so I wanted to see. And I think it's something in cauliflower it breaks down, but does it have cauliflower in
Yeah.
it too? So
Yeah.
maybe it may break down into sugar or something, I don't know. But anyway, I got a message back from the doctor. Oh, okay. I'll tell you when you
Okay. Sounds
get
good.
around, but,
All right.
we gotta go to the lab test tomorrow, the next day.
All right. Sounds good.
Hey, Jean. Rosemary, what did you do?
I don't know. No, his body's just weird. He knows it. He yesterday, I had some ground beef and I did it with broccoli. No, not broccoli. Yeah, broccoli and this and that. I made him something that, halfway decent. And his sugar went up. And there was no carbohydrates, but because he's so, sensitive to all this stuff, sometimes like naturally, when you cook something, even if the vegetable isn't like, have tons of carbohydrates, when you break things down, it changes its composition. And a lot of things, it does bring out even more carbohydrates. So if like, for instance, this is an example, like if you were making a soup or a stew, you know how you throw things in there and you cook it and it breaks down. That's what makes it taste so good, because it thickens up and all the stuff. Well, what's thickening up is the natural starch in there, if you haven't added any. And so he reacts to that. And so his sugar really went up yesterday. So when that happens, they suggest to him to fast for at least 16 hours and then go ahead and eat. So he fasted for longer than 16 hours. He fasted from like 7 o'clock yesterday till, like almost 7 o'clock today. So it was almost like 12 hours he fasted. He ate, it just shot up his sugar again. So, I mean, when we say shoot up for him, it's he's real conscientious about it. So he's brought his sugar all the way down to like anywhere between 80 and 100. And he'll eat something that for you and me doesn't have any carbohydrates, and it'll shoot up to like around 130, just like boom, which is like totally freaky. So anyway, so again, he ate tonight and it did the same thing. It shot it up. So I'm just going to feed him celery. Oh, and he can't have celery cooked because it releases the sugars. He can have it raw, but he can't have it cooked. I'm exhausted trying to figure out what to feed this man, because nothing seems to work.
No, Pam, he's not on insulin.
No, he has NASH, what do you call it? Non-alcoholic, NASH. What does it stand for exactly? Anyway, it's a liver. And so almost all of the medications that you would just normally take, they really cause problems for your liver. So he has to be very, very careful. So even the common stuff they would give you to handle your diabetes, if he can handle on his own, the doctor prefers that he does that instead of taking that medication. So he's doing all of this through diet and exercise. So, which his doctor just can't believe he's brought his sugars down as far as he has. But but he can't eat anything because everything makes his sugar just shoot up. We've already done that, Gene, and everything they told him to eat, he cannot eat. It was the biggest waste of time that we've ever done, because his body does not react to food the way an average person does. So whatever they told him to eat, it's taken us about a year and a half to figure out he can't eat any of the things they told him to eat. He was eating everything wrong. I don't know what that is, Jean. Well, that's what they tell people that are diabetic, but when he eats more often, his sugars just goes up and up and up and up and up. Fatty liver, yeah, he had the fatty liver. Yeah, he does.
So Vicky said feeding cactus.
He eats that. I give him that, but he can't eat that every day. Yeah, see that Richard brought his down to, I think it's just it's like 5, and but he did that with no medication. No shots, no pills, no nothing. So between the fatty liver and the other, I mean, and this is what's kind of weird, what you're supposed to eat, or what they suggest you eat for if you're diabetic, are the very things they tell you not to eat if you have fatty liver. So it's like, and if you have any kind of a liver disease. So so that's the paradox there. What do you want to kill you first? The diabetes or your liver? So it's just like we've eliminated like 90% of the things they tell you to eat when you're diabetic does not work for him. It just shoots it up. They say, oh, just avoid this and this and this, and then eat a balanced diet and watch your portions and da 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 da. It does not work. If he gets like a little, like 5 or 6 or 7 nuts, like they tell you to use as a snack, it shoots it up like to 180. 180 as soon as he eats 3 or 4 nuts. Already know what works, Peggy. We know what's works, but what's happening now is now the things that worked for almost a year, it's almost like his body is getting used to those or something, and now they're starting, I don't know. We already know what he can't eat. It's like 95% of the food out there he cannot touch, because it turns into carbohydrates and sugar in his body. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Suzanne, that's what he's got. Easy for you to say. I mean, and a lot of people, will say, well, just take the pill already, and that's what most people that, have problems with their sugar, they take a pill, and, they pretty much can eat whatever they want, or they take a shot and they can eat whatever they want. But that would make his other condition accelerate. So he can't do that. He's got to do it through his diet. So, I mean, the only vegetables he can eat are green ones. And now Brussels sprouts or cauliflower is starting to do weird things to him. Right, Peggy. That's the whole point. Everything filters through there. So it's got to be really careful. And so because he's got all these kind of issues, he he's leery. Like tomorrow he has to go in for lab work. He's like, he gets all worked up about it because he doesn't even like going close to anywhere where, I mean, before he didn't bother him, but now with all this stuff going on, and they're telling him that, he's very high risk because of the 2 or 3 situations he's got medically. And so now he's all paranoid because he hasn't had to go in for blood tests since, he went in the last time he went in, I think it was like in April or something. And it was just before all of the, everything started happening. And so he hasn't been since then. He's had remote visits and stuff like that with his doctors. But he has to get his lab work because they got to see what's happening to his liver. They got to do those tests. And, he's just got to get the test done. So now it's like he doesn't even want to go. I can tell he's all worked up. He's been really worked up all day today because we're going in tomorrow. And he really doesn't want to go. I don't blame him. If I had all those things, sheesh. And then what's going to be hard for him is I don't think they're going to let me go in with him. I don't think they let you do that anymore. And he's he functions very well um with this lack of his hearing, but that's because he has, he knows how to read lips like 100%. People, a lot of people don't even know that he can barely hear because he's deaf in one ear and only has like 40% hearing in the other ear. And so a lot of people don't know that he can barely hear because he reads lips so well. But now you got people with masks on. So it's like, okay, now how is he going to read their lips? He's not going to hear them. Plus, their voices are going to be even more muffled than they are normally. And I don't know if they're going to let me go in because he won't understand what anybody's saying with their mask on. And then he's not going to want them to take their mask off. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that's cool, Carla. Well, what they told him to try, because he asked the situation. Well, what they're doing in this place, it's a large facility where his doctor is, and so what they do is they only allow 6 people in the waiting, and it's a big waiting room. It's a big area, so they're way further apart than 6 feet apart, and so they call you in pretty much right away. They take your temperature outside and stuff like that, and then you wait before you go in, and then you go in, and then they get you really fast. So, but it's just his anxiety about doing it all. Yeah, I think they will. I think they will. Yeah, Carla, it is pretty much in and out. The only thing he's worrying about is every 6 months they do a like a sonogram on his liver to watch the scar tissue. Um, and he's not sure if he's going to go because they're there quite a while doing that, and that person's right there up in your face while they're doing it. um, and his rationale of not necessarily going because we want to his regular appointment for that would be next week is that even if it's progressed or something, there's nothing they can do for it. There's nothing they can do. They're just letting you know if if it's getting worse or not, and basically they watch it get worse until you have to get a transplant. So there's really nothing else you can do. So he may skip that because that isn't like something that's going to help him, if that makes any sense. But anyway, after he gets past tomorrow, he might feel like, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought, or I got past the anxiety, and then he may say it's okay to go next week for the other test. We'll just play it by ear. You can always just cancel it. It's no big deal. I mean, as far as canceling, it's no big deal. Yeah, EKG. Yeah. Patricia, he's not that far gone yet to have to consider a transplant. But what I'm saying is the natural progression for what he has. There's nothing. The only thing you can do to hinder the growth of what he has is really through watching what you eat, and that's pretty much it. And if you don't do the things they tell you to do, if you don't avoid what they tell you to avoid, well, then it's just going to continue to worsen to the point that, your liver isn't functioning. Because what it does is it creates scar tissue. And like with anything with scar tissue, it stops to function, right? Because it gets hard. And the same thing happens to the liver. It creates a scar tissue, and then eventually it doesn't work. And then they would have to do a transplant. But because my husband, his body reacts really quickly. I mean, just the fact that he can get his sugars down without having medication from where they were shows that his body responds really well to change. And so the last time he had the sonogram, and they said there had been no change, which the only change would be for the bad. It doesn't ever get better. The scar tissue is there. So it hadn't gotten any worse. And it hasn't. Since he's been diagnosed, he radically changed everything that was bad for his liver. He stopped everything cold turkey, and the progression of the scar tissue stopped. So his body reacts really well if he's nice to it. If he's nice to his body's nice to him. So, and it was just a fluke that he found out his liver condition, because your doctors don't give you tests to determine if you have liver problems. That's not part of their regimen. And the only reason he got the test was that his father died of a liver condition. So he didn't know if his father's liver condition was because he drank a lot or if it was hereditary. He didn't know if it was in the genes. He just didn't know. So he contacted a liver specialist, and they explained the simple tests that they can do that would determine. And so that's when he found out. He told him, oh, yeah, you've got blah, 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 blah. And we're looking at each other like, what? So if he had not gone in, he would have continued his lifestyle, and who knows, he might be already, so far gone that he'd have to have a transplant or something. Or it may have gotten cancer, and it may have killed him by now. But he stopped it cold turkey by what he did. So he's a good example of, where you need to take control of your own health care. You need to know your family background. You need to know, where your body might be weak. And bye, Vicky. And insist on tests if you have insurance, and he has insurance. So this is a case where he took control, and it really benefited him. So if you guys have insurance, take control and tell them, this is what I want. I have insurance. I need this test because my family, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And there's some tests that doctors don't want to give. And they say because there's a lot of false positives. And a lot of people can't handle the bad news, and then they find out that it's not. And so my husband tell the doctors, well, if it's a false positive, whatever change we make to improve it will benefit you no matter what. So it really, for him anyway, and his rationale, it doesn't really matter either way. Just give me the test. That's his attitude. I know, Lucy, that's the sad thing. The doctor, that's what they when they have like real conversations with my husband, because my husband wears them down. He will wear a doctor down to the point that the doctor talks to him like just like an equal, because he's worn down their pretense so much that they just talk to him normal. And they really share with him their legal struggles, about who gets what, based on what the insurance company says. And it's a moral dilemma for doctors when they see what's, somebody's life could be saved just with a simple test, but the insurance company won't cover that test and they don't have the money to cover it. And so they can't take the test. And they may have that, that disease or that problem, and there you go. That's right, Darlene. We've learned that. You've got to be your own advocate. Exactly. Yeah, Lucy, glad you live in Canada. I know other parts of the world just can't believe the struggles in the United States just to get a pill. Just to get a pill. Oh. He spends more time. Fortunately, he has the time, but not everybody. He always says when he gets off the phone with the insurance company or the doctors or somebody, he always says, he goes, "What does an 80-year-old person do?" I said, "They die. That's what happens. There's nobody there to advocate for them. They don't know what questions to ask. Even if they're bright enough and coherent enough, they still don't know what questions to ask." And there you go. So that's a real need here, as an advocate, because not everybody knows how to be an advocate for themselves. Good night, Pam. We're all going. It's almost 11 here. I got to go over there and calm my husband down. We go calm him down. Oh, Lucy has a doctor and a nurse in her family. Hello. All right, ladies. I want to thank you guys for coming by and supporting me and showing up and participating and helping me with next month's idea. Susan, Betty, thank you so much.
Yep.
No problem.
And we'll see you guys somewhere.
All right. Behave.
Oh man, we got to behave.
That's so fun.
What a party pooper. What our departing words are. Behave.
That's right. That's right. Behave. If I have to, you do too.
Oh, okay. All right, ladies, we'll see you somewhere.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. I gotta find my buttons now. Where's my buttons? Oh, here they are.